Hello guys, 1:30 Monday, and I've been asked by a few people if I've ever driven the car yet on the road, got it licensed and all that, and I'm glad to say that I have. It has its tags on it now. I got a set of the new Virginia Don't Tread on Me tags, which I think are rockin' cool. They're still a fairly new thing, so the yellow tags freak people out on the car. Virginia's, all their tags are white. And we got a sticker, we got everything. The state raped me really good, but it's legal and it runs good. The more gas I run through it, the better it runs. It must have had some old stuff in it, maybe some condensation in the tank, but I haven't run over 5 or 6 gallons through it really, but it's done well, done real well, doing better all the time. Let's see, to summarize what I had to do to take it from being a yard ornament to a roadworthy car. Let's go this way. Okay, I had to, of course, all the licensing and bullcrap, that's just life, but added 2 new dim headlights. Actually, they wasn't new, they was given to me. You can see they're the clear lens ones, and I really dig them. They came from my black Peterbilt I used to drive. My boss hadn't decided whether to junk a truck or not, but he said I could have the headlights anyway, and I like them because they're the type you can remove the bulbs from, the clear lenses. That was an excellent score. Let's see, we went with, try not to make this too long-winded of a video, guys. I haven't got to clean anything inside. It's still filthy as it can be, and just haven't had time. I had to work most of the weekend. Slept all day yesterday. Let's see, as I told you this before, new belts, which came with the car. Thank you, Jason. New upper hose, which also came with the car. We added a thermostat. It did not have one. Had to buy a brand new wiper motor. The original, when I took it off, I poured the parts out of it. It was absolutely gone. Wore slap out. All new bushings in the wiper arms. Excuse the big trucks. New wipers. Well, I found them found a good deal on those. Let's see. We had to rig up some backup lights. I don't have them actually fixed. I just had them so I could touch 2 wires together when I went and got my inspection, and they're cool. Guy down there, as long as they work, there ain't much I can say. As you all already know, the wife worked long and hard on getting all these stripes off the car. Still got a little scrubbing up here on the fender to get all the glue off, but we ran out of WD-40. And we'll work on that this coming week and get to cleaning up this engine bay and the interior. And I want to clean the trunk up so I can start carrying my tools back there again like I used to in the other car. That way they're not scattered to the 4 winds, because it's really irritating for me. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I had to take the insulation out from under the hood because after a day or two it started falling down, and every time you raise the hood it'd fold double. I was going to just reattach it and leave it because I like its function even though I don't like its look, but it was just so ratty it wasn't worth the trouble. So it's right there in the trash can. There's my pal Creamy in the window. He's very nosy. It's another thing on these headlights. Very cool. You see what kind of headlights I was talking about. They work, you know, just like any other one, but the bucket in the back had to open up a hole that everything passes through because of this big nut here that holds the bulb in, and it just barely clears. But over this side I ground it with a grinder. That worked just fine, but it looked like crap. So over here, since it's just like tin, I just peeled it back with a pair of channel locks. Folded me a little lip there, and it worked really good. Excuse me, guys. I'm cigarette went out and I can't stand that. I am still getting over my cold also. Oh yeah, we had to replace all signal light bulbs in the front except for one on each side. They was all blown. Just stuck out a magnet mount antenna on there, so that one's permanent. I haven't installed my CB yet. That one was on the car. So I can get enough quiet here until you can hear the thing. See, that's pretty good for a Dodge. This is cold start. Hasn't let's see, hasn't been started since yesterday about this time. Ain't touching the fuel. And I did pull the choke. It's about half full. I think that's good for a Dodge. Dodges are cold natured. It's got the ticket light, which I think is cool. And I like the fact that the cops hooked it up till you flip the switch for the ticket light and the other one comes on too. Which is very neat. They wired it right in. So, although that's not pretty, it's staying. It's very good, man. You talk about lighting it up in here, you can do something. When I come in from work in the evening, I'll get in the car sometimes and do my paperwork before I leave, and that right there is great. As you can see, the old girl's, she's a running sweet. It does have a small transmission issue, and the thing has never slipped, but I was told that it may need a band adjustment, and I have, thanks to YouTube, found out how to do that. And I'm sure that this thing is in need of a fluid and filter change anyway, because all it's doing is say you get in it when it's cold, and I'll drive it a mile down the road here to the intersection. When I stop, when you pull back out, it jumps back into gear. When you're stopped, it's like it's in neutral, as if it's low fluid, and I'm hoping that's nothing major. I really hoping that's nothing major. I have another transmission for this car, but I really don't want to put it in. It's too darn cold. But we will do a fluid filter and a band adjustment on it, because it's not hard, and we'll probably do that, oh Lord, hopefully maybe next week. It's possible next week or maybe even next weekend. If I do, I'll update you guys on that, because I put this car on the road without ever taking a wheel off from it. Only thing I've had to do to it, I added a little brake fluid. The master cylinder was actually dry. I just checked it to be checking it, and the brakes have been really good ever since I got it. But I have noticed now that they do need to be bled a little bit. Actually, I believe it needs a new master cylinder. It's leaking a little out the back. It needs a fuel pump because it's leaking oil. And we're going to get stereo. I got a stereo, but in that pickup, that is a really good one. But I think I'm going to leave it in there because it actually belongs to my other pickup, and it doesn't have a plug-in for a USB adapter or to play an iPod or anything. But I am tickled to death with this thing. And for those of you who hadn't seen the car prior to me putting it on YouTube, go over to Jason Belt's channel. I put a link to one of his videos featuring this car at the bottom of the screen down here. And check him out. You can see just what it looked like when it was still basically a in-service cop car. It's pretty cool. And I also would like to thank Jason Belt for giving me this. Well, he didn't give me nothing, but for bringing this car to me. He's a good friend, real good friend. He knew I really needed a ride to work. Just like right now, my wife's at work and won't be home till 7:30 or 8. I've got to be at work at 4. If not for him, one of us would have had to rely on someone else to get to where we had to go. And that's a good friend. It is. I got family well, I don't have any family that do that for me. Go over to Jason's channel and subscribe. He's always got something interesting going on. It is Belt's Towing. And I think he still has the Tow Wrecker channel, but you'll see in the link. Check him out. Go back and look at his old videos. He's a knowledgeable guy. He knows his stuff. And he's fun to watch because he's a little bit of a nut. Yep, you already Jason. That's one of the best things about him. He's like me. He's a little crazy. We're both truck drivers. That's just the way you got to be if you're going to make it as a truck driver. Let's see how much time we got. Oh, a 10-minute video already. Trying not to make them long-winded, guys. I know a lot of you guys don't finish them. And I've had people complain that I spend way too much time talking. And I've got a big mouth, so I'm guilty of it. And if that's something you guys don't want to see, I'm sorry. I'll try to cut back on it. But I want to make entertaining videos for you and share with you what's going on. But that's where we're at. The old girl's doing good. I couldn't be happier. I'm happy as a pig in slop. Us folks down here in Hillbilly Hill, we love this thing. I have had 2 different people try to buy it from me, and everybody wants to know the story behind it and checks it out. Compliments. You'd think I was driving a Barracuda in this old Dodge. Everybody likes this thing. The guy that does the inspections on it, super good guy, lives up the road. Even he wanted to know if I was wanting to sell it. It piques everyone's interest. It's a very interesting car. You just don't see these old police cruisers anymore. Not one this old, especially. You'll run up on a Ford every now and then, one of the late models, or even a Chevy, but not these old Dodges. And I'm quite fond of it, guys. I really am. And I'm a Ford guy, but I've always liked Dodge. My dad always kept Dodges growing up. Dodge and Pontiac and Ford. That was all he wanted. That's all I've got, other than the wife's Nissan, and I don't claim it. She bought that. But it's a good little ride. Alright, I'll quit yammering here and move on. Seemed like there was more I wanted to tell you that I'd done, but can't come up with it. Other than just little stuff, you know. Reattach this mirror. Had to buy this crap we want over here. It don't even adjust till I can see out of it, but they want one on each side in Virginia. Virginia is a joke. Little stuff like that. Never did hook up the spotlight. I found the wires and everything going to it, but I didn't hook it up because I didn't think it passed for an inspection sticker with it, because in Virginia you're not allowed to have them. But he never even asked me about it, so I'm gonna go get me a new H3 bulb here when I do my transmission stuff, and might get that all working. And maybe a speedo cable. That is the only thing other than this oil pressure gauge down here. This well, it's factory, but it's just a police package item. The oil pressure gauge, it kind of works, but it don't work. But the car has great oil pressure. The gauge it's the sending unit. Also notice this car has a 125 mile an hour speedometer. Only the police cars had that. All the other Dodges of this nature has an 85 mile an hour speedometer. My last one did. And you'll see, let's see if I can get you in there. Right on it, certified. That way they can bust your ass. Which I think is cool that it's got all that. And that's the only thing in the car that don't work, the speedo. And I'm sure that's a cable. And while I'm under doing the transmission, might as well do that. So, here's a vid. And thank you guys. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. I enjoy watching you guys. Watch you guys every morning when I come home from work. And usually check to see if there's anything new before I leave to work. If it isn't too long, I'll watch it, or I'll look forward to it until I do get home. I like the vids, guys. Thank all of you for watching and commenting, and peace out. Later.